Alright. Hi. Welcome to another video as I creepily pull y'all closer and try to tell y'all what is going on with my hair. But this is a video, as you can tell by the title and all that, this is how I do my hair with the highlighting cap. And I wanted to pull the camera closer because I did a video and an intro and it didn't, I don't know. But this is what my hair is looking like right now. Hopefully it looks good like I think it's gonna look. It's greasy right now, but normally this helps to bunch it up and kind of move. I don't really want to do that, but this is how I do my hair. If you have dark hair, your hair is gonna pretty much be this color for a while if you keep trying to do it or do highlights. I know if I went to the salon and got like heavy highlights done, I would be so much blonder than I am right now. But I'm broke and I have so much products that I have still from when I was a stylist, and I have all the blondes and ash and toners and stuff that I really need to use before they go bad because I can't do hair anymore. But the toners that I use, I shouldn't be using them because I'm allergic to PPD, but since my hair is getting lighter and I've been using lighter toners, they do not have the phenylenediamine or whatever it's called, so I'm able to use them. But I feel like it has good dimensions. So far, my hair, it's not like anybody's laughed at it or said anything bad about it. Right now you can because it's greasy, but I've gotten some compliments. I've actually got hit on by somebody's grandpa, which really, out of all people, why? But yeah, got hit on, so I guess that tells you how much how good it looks, even though it was an old man. And yeah, but I also gave myself a haircut. I did not film that. I just got a razor, not a shaving razor. I got an actual professional razor, not a straight razor though. But I just took my hair, literally, I took this section and just went to the back of it and to the front and just gave myself layers. I also pulled it all to the front and pretty much just thinned it out this way and layered it this way. That way I had face framing layers, and then I could push it back, and plus I felt like when I got it curled it would look really cute, and I felt like the layers would help with the round brushing and helping, it looking good. But I did that after I round brushed it, so next time I round brush it, I'll show you what it looks like. But I don't really know what to say that every other video says. Every other video, it's a highlighting cap. It hurts. When you get used to it, it's pretty easy. When you first do it, your arms are gonna be tired, your back is gonna be aching for a few days, and it's gonna you're gonna kind of wonder if you want to do it again, because I did, and I didn't want to do it again. I was like, maybe I should wait, but then I was like, no, I really want to do it again. But when I did it, the first time I did it, because I filmed the second time I did it just to make sure the first time wasn't a fail, and so did it the second time when I was like, okay, I know what I'm doing. First time I started from the back and I brushed all my hair back, I put the cap on, and I did the back and pulled out all the pieces, and as I got to the front, it got harder and harder, and I believe that's because you're constantly pulling from other sections. And when you're pulling from other sections, you're kind of just bunching everything up, and taking the cap off was so hard because it was all tangled and stuff because I was pulling from other sections. So I had hair in one little part, plus hair in another part, plus hair in another part. I had a bunch of pieces that, my roots were showing really bad. My roots still kind of show, but as you can see, when I pull out pieces, it's almost like, it looks like you can actually see that some pieces did get to the roots. It's just I have such dark hair, and I still have not, my roots fully have not been all the way highlighted. And yeah, I might do a foil. I might try foiling, just go ahead and foiling myself That way I can just get these roots dark and to match with everything else. But I'm kind of afraid to, so I'm just gonna keep highlighting cap it until I'm like good, you know what I mean? But this time around, you'll see that I actually started from the front. It was a lot easier to actually get the hair out of the way. I just had to keep pinning it to the side and keep going. It was easy to feel because I could see each row, and then once I couldn't see the rows anymore, like especially towards like this area, it's really hard. But when I just couldn't see it anymore, I would feel, I'm like, okay, that row has hair, so I could feel like the next row that doesn't have hair, and I could just feel the holes, and taking the little utensil and just pulling it. The utensil that I have, it's an actual metal utensil. You can actually just buy like I think it's like crocheting stuff, or maybe it's just a basic, you know, what are those called when you knit, I guess is what it's called. I just got one of those, but I actually got it from a friend, and I think it's an actual reusable metal cap pulling thing that she bought at like at the State Beauty Supply or at Armstrong McCall, like your actual professional beauty suppliers. And it was easy to feel if the hook was in the right place because it actually has like a hand, it has a flat part where your hands are, so I just kept pulling, and yeah, it was fairly easy. It gets easier as you do it more and more, and you just figure out what's easiest for you. And you got to remember, up here in the front, you're not going to get a lot of pieces, and you're not going to get a lot of hair in there because you have these baby hairs, and the hooks just is not going to grab, and when it goes through that cap and as you're like moving throughout the rest, they're just going to pull out. So I never really worry about the front too much. Like, yeah, I got a few pieces like right here around the ear that actually grab in there, but it's not going to, like, the little baby hairs are not going to get in there. So don't worry about the front, just keep going and focus on the back, focus on getting a lot of hair in there. I have like a 3-pick system, I guess you could say, like picking it out or pulling it out. The first time you like pull it out, you're probably not going to get a lot of hair, and I would say if you don't want heavy highlights, or if you don't want your whole head to be really highlighted, do it once. I do it 3 times to make sure I get it all through, and then when I have all the hair, like when I'm finished, I get a brush and I brush it all. I brush it all through, that way there's no knots and stuff. And when I brush it all through, you'll see I start highlighting and toning and stuff, but y'all are gonna see all that. So I hope y'all enjoy this video, and give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to like and subscribe, and let's move to the video. Probably hear the dogs barking in the backyard, but now I am just stirring the bleach. I am using a professional bleach. It's Paul Mitchell's Synchro Lift, and I'm putting 40 volume in it. And some of y'all might say, oh god, 40 volume. First off, this is professional, so I always feel like professional brands, they always have better science to it, and it just doesn't blow out your hair like Sally's beauty stuff would. Stuff from Sally's will really damage your hair, only because they use kind of like a more concentrated or higher potency, or just a crappier version that doesn't really protect your hair or do anything but damage your hair. So yeah. And plus I'm using this 40 volume technically like in open air, not in foils or anything. And you never have to be afraid of, 40 volume in foils as long as you work fast and the hair is in tip-top condition. I'm gonna put just a little bit. I like my bleach to kind of be a little runny. I don't really like it thick and powdery. do is pretty much try to add it to the roots first, because my ends are pretty blonde, not super blonde, but I'll worry about those last. My ends are going to be porous, so they're going to like soak it up a little bit more. Plus my roots are like the darkest part, so I always feel like it's my roots that need to be lightened. Yeah. That stopped shaking. Okay, so I have done all of it. Right now I'm just waiting for the bleach to turn a bright yellow. Oh, that bleach is making me sneeze. I ruined my shirt. I didn't think about it until I already ruined it, and I was like, okay, well, forget it. So right now my hair, if you really look at it, there's some orange pieces in there. We are going to wait until those turn like a little bit yellow. So I just put it in. It's been about maybe 2 or 3 minutes. So we are going to wait a few more. I'm going to go ahead and mix everything up. And I need to clean the toning bottle, and I'll tell you what kind of toner I put it in. So, yeah. Alright, so I just cleaned out this bottle. This bottle's all stained and stuff, but I got this one at the State Beauty Supply store. I would not get the ones that are like flat. Get the ones that kind of go into a cone, because your products are going to come out easier, a lot easier, because you might have some product just sitting right here. But I like doing that. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about this. It has some measurements. So everything is always 1 to 1 or sometimes 1 to 2, depends. But other than that, I always use this one. I believe Sally's might have a toning bottle like this. I see a lot of girls that will get the Wella like 8T toner or color, and it's like really liquidy. You put it in here and it's so much easier. You just shake it up and put it down on your roots, and then you slick it back, and then you work it to the ends. But you literally just put it to the head, squeeze, and it creates like a line of color, and then you smooth it down when you get it done with. But I'm gonna kind of try to get in here a little bit and see if I can get some of the residue that's still in there. If there's some stuff that resonates in here, just, it's fine, unless you're working with like a really icy blonde, then you do not want to have any kind of dark colors in your tubes. Some stylists that I know of actually use like one tube specifically for icy blondes, and the others are, you know, for actual like color clients that just want the basic like reds or browns. You just get the towel, stuff it in there, and then pull it out, and it's almost like new. And my hair, it's just now getting to a somewhat yellow color. I'm going to kind of wait a little bit longer. I'm going to kind of sit in this little window area because it has the sun right there, and heat makes it go a little bit faster. Okay, so I sat in the window a few times. Here is a second look at it. Still has some orange spots in it, but we're going to put a 6 ash in it because my hair is not that dark, and the 6 is pretty dark for what the level it's at right now. So we're gonna do a 6, kind of like a, you know, to mute it, or to add like a nice strong pigment in there to get rid of the yellow or the orange. Then we're going to do a 9 pearl ash, which is going to be very light, and an 8 pearl ash, which is going to be a little bit darker, so it's going to be like an 8.5, a 9, just because I don't want the 8 and the 6 to somehow get, or to make it darker. So yeah, but this pearl ash, we're going to put all of it in there. And then the 8, we are going to put all of it in there. And the 6, we're only going to put just a little bit in there. And then whatever all those 3 add up to, we're going to put the same amount of processing solution liquid in it. So yeah. Or wait, I forgot. I have to peel this off. Or no, I'm gonna rinse it off. Since I rinsed it out, what I found was easy is tumbling your head over and not pulling the cap from behind over, pulling it from at top up while the water runs through it, so it keeps the hair straight and you can pull it off very easily. And okay, so we're gonna let's do the 9 PA so we know how light it's going to be. So we're just gonna dump that in there. Okay, so the 9 is going to be very minimal. Let me see if I have a 9 ash. All right. So I got a 10 PA, which is gonna bring it to a 9.5 if we do the same. I already have half an ounce in there of 9, so we're gonna do half an ounce of this 10 PA. So if it's a 9.5, and then we put an 8 PA, that's gonna bring it down to a 9. So we have to do same parts. So we're going to do 1 ounce of this. Okay, so we're out of the 8 PA, so we're gonna go find an 8 violet. Since I didn't have the 8, I'm going to use use a 9V, which it's already a 9, so we're just adding more 9 to it. So it's going to be a 9 violet pearl ash. And then we're going to do a little bit of the 6 ash, which is going to deepen it and darken it a little bit. So that first, after I wash it, it's going to look a little dark, but it's going to gradually get lighter, and so those lighter colors are going to help with that color. This is just going to darken it just a little bit to deepen it. And since it's a 6 ash, we can kind of spill it a little bit or do a little dash here and there, if you know what I mean, or 2 splashes. But if it was like a 1 ash, I would literally do like a drop or 2, like get a little dropper and put like 2 drops, and it's going to deepen that color, and it's going to give you a really dark silvery ash. But when it lightens, it's going to be a very light ash, you know what I mean, or a dark ash. Okay, I have no clue what just happened. I could not get the phone to start. Okay, so now that we have 2 ounces in here, that means we put 4 ounces in here, or not 4 ounces of this, but we put it up to 4. All right, so now we have 4 ounces, and I'm only doing 4 because I don't know why I just tried to do that. But normally if you want to do like a whole head, you put 8, but 4 is fine. It's not that, I don't have that much hair. I have thick hair, but this 4 is going to go a long way. One, because my hair is a little bit damp, so when your hair is damp, a little goes a long way. If it was still dry, oh yeah, I would use like an 8. But luckily for this, your hair does not have to be dry. Paul Mitchell and Redken and a lot of professional toners does not involve dry hair. Now I am going to go over the tub and get this. All right, and there is that. So I
I am going to call my mom while I wait on this. This is not going to take very long, or the toner, I'm just going to leave it in for about maybe 5-10 minutes. I'm going to call my mom in that time because my mom doesn't really stay on the phone that long. And we're going to rinse it out and I'll show you the final product. So here's the finished look. This is how my roots look. I think they look pretty good. I thought it was gonna look streaky because this is like my first time actually like being able to see it. So as you can see, it's really not that like, to me it's not streaky. Like I can still see like right here is my roots and stuff. But where the highlights actually got is not streaky. It's very blended and very nice. There's like a few right here that got a little thick, I guess. But hopefully y'all could have seen it. On camera, it looks a little bit more streaky than in person. In person, it looks a lot more blended. So, and this is what the back looks like. Hold on. Okay. Hopefully you can see this. Alright, let me try to get it to where I can see. Okay, there we go. But that's what it looks like. Hopefully the cut looks nice. But this is what it looks like. And again, this is like a pearl ash look, or I used a pearl ash, and I used a little bit of violet. So yeah, that's what it looks like. But that's what it looks like in this lighting. In this lighting, it kind of looks a little bit more of a brown or a brownish blonde. But I want to say when I get to really bright lighting, it's going to look like more of a beige blonde, I guess you could say. But in here, there's a little bit of orange in here, so it kind of has like an orange-brown cast on it. But it, you know, what is it? The toner takes the light and makes it a brown color. But I'll take it to like Walmart. Hopefully they'll have like fluorescent lighting, and it might have like a more yellowy look to it. I'll show you in different lightings. But I like how this turned out. It turned out very nice and creamy, like a nice beige blonde. And I just can't wait to keep going lighter and lighter. So, yeah. I think now my hair is actually blonde. Because a few times that I've done this, I think that it's been still trying to make blonde, but it still came out with an orange color, or it still had orange in there. Some pieces are completely white, and once I wash it out a few times, it will fade out to like a really light blonde. But a lot of pieces you can tell still need time. A lot of pieces, hold on, let me try to find the one white piece. There's a white piece in there somewhere. But when this fades out, it fades to a nice blonde, and I just can't wait to keep going lighter. You can tell like this piece right here, well, I don't know if you can tell in there, but it still has like a little darkness to it. Still has a little orange in there. Some of the pieces are super light, like right here it's super light. So we're getting a lot more lighter pieces now. Now we just need, oh, see, look, there's, you can really tell in the shiny part, like where it gets really shiny, where the light hits it directly. But yeah, that's my hair. So thank you for watching, and hope to see you next time I do my hair. I like kind of going through formulations with people because it's really fun to see like what you come up with. So that whole formulation, that confusing thing that I did, came up with my hair looking like that. So thank you for watching. See you till next time. Bye. I don't want to talk out loud because I don't want anybody to hear me outside. But this is what my hair looks like in this lighting.
I think it looks pretty cool. I can't wait till maybe end of August. I'll